Here we are. I actually have no idea where to put the camera for this game. I don't know where it would make sense. A lot of people have said they prefer the camera on the left side these days because when you watch YouTube on the YouTube app, that apparently it places the stream chat on the right-hand side of the screen. So I've been trying to make it whenever I can to put my camera on the left, which I'm okay with, but it's a little weird because I'm looking this way at the TV. So it looks like I'm looking into another room when in reality I'm looking at the screen. If I had it on the other side, it would look like I'm looking at the action in the middle, right? But people have requested that we do that. Yeah, people are saying they're laughing. They're saying 20,000 players. It said that the whole time. It has never changed. It's just said that the whole time. And then it would say 0 and then the server crashed. So, okay. All right. Let's just take a brief break. I am not going to actually formally take a break. I'm just going to go use the restroom and I'm just going to see how my wife's doing. I'm pretty sure she didn't get in either because she's trying to play this too. We're both going to sit here like idiots all day. All right. Let us take a very brief break. I'll be right back. I'm not even going to run an ad. I'm just going to mute my mic and I'll be right back. Okay? Cool. So, my wife is downstairs trying this, and she's playing on PS4, and hers says there's only 200 players in her queue. I don't know if it's like doing something differently or something. I'm not sure how it's working. Hold on, I have no audio. Yeah. I don't know if it's working differently for different people or whatever. You know. I guess we'll see. Okay. So, oh, here's the controller. I was like, where is it? Okay. Are you guys ready? Let's just get started. We'll chat it up and we'll wait and see what happens here. Okay? All right, everyone. Darkside Phil here, and welcome to the incredibly exciting launch of Overwatch 2, also known as the launch of Street Fighter V, also known as the launch of World of Warcraft. You know, this is resonating a lot with me of game launches that I've tried to be a part of in the past and flopped miserably, because this is literally exactly the same situation that I've seen before many times as a gamer in my lifetime. We were talking about it on my podcast this morning, how it was likely going to be a huge failure, that this game was not going to work properly because so many people would try to play it at once, and it's free to play. Everyone in my chat is having a different experience. Some people said they did get to play a match, then it would crash. Some people said they would wait, it would join, then it would crash before they even played a match. Some people are saying they're getting battle.net errors. It's a mess. What we're going to do is we're going to sit here and wait and see if I get in. So for clarification purposes, I intend to play this eventually on Xbox Series X. But I'm not playing it on Xbox Series X right now. Why not? Because originally, 6 years ago, I bought Overwatch 1 on PlayStation 4. And the way this game works is, if you owned Overwatch 1, by default, you're supposed to get all the characters unlocked for free on Overwatch 2. You don't have to grind and play matches to unlock them. So that would obviously be ideal for me. It would be one thing if I was planning to be an Overwatch streamer and I was going to play it nonstop and I could unlock them within like a week. But I'm not. I'm a variety content creator. I'm going to be balancing this with other games and playthroughs. So it could potentially take me weeks to months to unlock everyone if I do it the free-to-play method. So, I obviously want to link my Overwatch 1 to this. I have a Battle.net account, but when I played Overwatch on PlayStation 4, it never created that link. You didn't need a Battle.net account to play Overwatch 1 on console. So my Battle.net account has no concept that I ever played Overwatch 1. So what I was thinking is, what I should do is get this on PS5 first. It's free to play. Get it working. Maybe perhaps then it'll associate the PS4 and PS5 version because of, PlayStation Network. Once it does that, okay, then, okay, great. Now I can log in maybe to the Xbox version. It'll create that link between Battle.net. I have no idea at all if that's going to work or not. It could not work at all, and I still have to grind. All right, in which case, it doesn't matter which console I play it on. It's still going to be a nightmare to grind, but what can I do? Right? But that was my thought process, okay? So then this morning, the client wasn't even available to download until 11 a.m. when the game was supposed to launch at noon. It is now currently 12:39 p.m. So for 40 minutes, I've been sitting here attempting to get into this thing, and it doesn't work. As you can see, it literally just sits here claiming you're in a queue with players ahead of you. All right, the weird thing about it is my wife was having the same problem. She's downstairs on our other modem. Luckily, we have two modems in the house. And she was trying to join. And she was getting the same problem. Then all of a sudden, when I was sitting there talking to her, it said, oh, now there's 8,000 players ahead of you. Now there's 3,000. Now there's 300. She might be playing right now. Or it could have crapped out. Would you like me to go check? By the way, let's do two shout-outs first. Fan of Lookcraft did a super chat. He says, that's 20,000, not 2,000. You're absolutely absolutely correct. That is 20,000 players ahead of me. And then Snorlax King did a super chat and said, how is it that Tim the Tapman on YouTube is playing right now and live streaming, but no one else can? I have no idea. Yeah, who knows if they did give priority to certain people and not others? I have no clue. I don't know how that works. It certainly would not be the first time where there are golden selected streamers who are allowed to do things everyone else cannot do. Right? He was given a special login, a special account, and given special priority. It very well could be. I don't know. Okay. Should I check it out? I'm just going to go check quick. I'm going to run down and see if she's actually got to play. And I'll tell you if she did or not. For me, so she's on PS4 Pro. I'm on PS5. We're on completely different modems, so they're not going to interfere with each other. But let's go look. Okay, are you guys ready for the weirdest shit? Here is the weirdest shit you'll ever hear. I know that took a few minutes because I wanted to see what the hell was going on. My wife is downstairs playing on PS4. She got into a match, but it's not fully Overwatch 2. Because remember, Overwatch 2 is just an update to Overwatch 1. Okay? So she got into matches, and her account says, account migration in progress. So she doesn't have access to any of the new content. She can't play any new characters, and she can't access any new maps. She can only play on the Overwatch 1 maps, and she can only pick the original Overwatch 1 characters. She got into a match, and one person in the match was playing with a new character, and everyone else was stuck playing the Overwatch 1 characters. So essentially, you're basically playing Overwatch 1, and maybe one person is doing something new, and that's it. And she says, I don't even want to play this. She's like, I played the fuck out of Overwatch 1. I don't want to play Overwatch 1 again. I wanted to play all new content. And I was like, yeah, but who knows how long it's going to take for this account migration to actually happen. Maybe you should play a few matches, and maybe you'll start unlocking the new stuff automatically, because that's what Blizzard said would happen. Right? So right now, she's playing her second match. She likes Moira. She's playing as Moira right now. But she's like, I already did this last game. I don't want to do this again. I was hoping to play on the new maps, the new characters, and now I'm stuck playing Overwatch 1 essentially again all day. That's all that I have access to. Yeah, I know. Again, see, it hasn't budged, so I don't think this works. I don't think this works. I think I need to back out and start again. If it's frozen like this, I don't think it's ever going to move. Right? Because she backed out several times as well, and then all of a sudden, while backing out and restarting, she did get into a queue that worked. So I'm gonna back out. Oh, apparently, I'm not gonna back out. It froze. Look. This is great. This is modern gaming. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Blizzard Entertainment. It's more entertaining fucking wiping your ass. Oh, look. 0 players ahead of me. Will I get into a match now? I have received a $5 tip. From Storlax King. He says, I get to where I'm logged in. I make great progress. 200 people, 0 people. I log in. Then I get a server error. Then it says 0 people ahead of me for 4 minutes. Now I'm back in queue 30,000. Blizzard has already put a page up addressing the errors, and it sounds like you might have been right about today. My wife is playing, but she's playing basically Overwatch 1. She's playing Overwatch 1 with one person able to access the Overwatch 2 content. One person playing a new character. Everyone else is using Overwatch 1 assets. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? It's impressively bad, but it's still impressive. So thank you, Snorlax King, for the $5 tip. Like I said, we'll mess with this for a little bit. And if I can't get in within like the next, you know, maybe half an hour or so, then we'll just do something else. I am not willing to make another Street Fighter V situation. I learned my lesson many years ago with both the beta and the launch of Street Fighter V, when that game was completely unplayable, both in the beta and at launch, and they learned absolutely nothing from their mistakes and continued to repeat them over and over. And I wasted entire days of streaming on that shit. I'm not doing that again. Okay. Good day to you, Guts. How are you? We've gotten 100 likes on today's stream. That's tremendous. We have seen no gameplay whatsoever. We have 100 likes. I like being in a queue with 0 players ahead of me. That's always nice. A nice celebratory bubble blow for all of you. Thank you. No, I shouted out Snorlax's super chat from before. What are you talking about? Oh, searching for game server. It's going to have an error. It's definitely going to have an error. Yep. Gaming. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. Very nice. Back to the queue. Okay. Oh, my Lord. Carliga, are you talking about Elon Musk buying Twitter from like 4 months ago? Are you seriously acting like that's new news today? What the hell is going on? Did I hit a time loop or something? Anyway. All right. So. There's not much we can do right now. Besides wait a little more. See if it works. If it doesn't, I guess we're stuck with the pink, huh? I wanted to get it go a different color, but I guess we're stuck with pink. Oh, actually. Oh, it's even worse. Holy fuck. That's even worse. Holy shit, that's even worse. All right, I guess we're leaving it on auto adjust. God damn. Dude, I look like I'm going to explode. Okay. Oh, Elon Musk is officially buying Twitter now. Oh, I see. How exciting. How exciting. I'm sure everyone's very happy about this news, right? By the way, Elon Musk is the smartest, most good-looking gentleman on the planet, just so you guys know. I'm not going to change my opinion on that. He absolutely is the Adonis of humanity, and I will never, starting today, that is my opinion. It will never change. There you go. Solax King said his screen got down to 0 people, then he got an error code. How exciting. Daily Dose says, my dad is the most brilliant and best looking man on the planet. Congratulations on being Elon Musk's offspring. That must be a really special thing, right? Because you're probably filthy rich. You'll never have to worry about anything ever again. Oh, look, there's 40,000 players ahead of me now. Oh, good. At least we're making progress. We went from 20,000 that never moved to 0 to an error to 0 to 40,000. How nice. We're making progress, right? It's like a pinball machine. You're just bouncing back and forth. Bung, 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 bung. Your show lover says, this is worse than a Call of Duty launch because at least when that doesn't work on launch day, you could play single-player content. Darth Revan says, makes me sick. The people on Twitter argue that you should expect this to be happening. You should not complain about it. Of course there's a backup plan. I told you. All right. What is supposed to be new? New characters, a few new maps, and all the existing characters have been retooled to play slightly differently, like rebalances and things. Is there anything outright blatantly new about the old characters? Probably not. They probably all feel a little different or have, you know, damage and hitbox changes and maybe health changes. But essentially, it's probably going to be the same, you know, the same characters and everything. Jade says it's working on PS4. Oh, I know. My wife's playing it. My wife's playing it, but it's still lagged where she can't access any content. It's just you can only use this, like the baseline Overwatch characters. And you can only play on the starter maps. You can't even play on any of the new maps. None of them have loaded into the game yet. Snorlax says they changed the game. It's not 6v6 anymore. It's 5v5. Only one tank is allowed per team. There used to be 2 tanks in Overwatch 1. It's a huge difference. Okay. Would you guys like to be, I mean, just on a whim here, would you like me to attempt to try it on Xbox? I'm not saying we're going to have any more success than we're having now. Would you like me to attempt Xbox? I have it downloaded on Xbox as well. I don't think it could hurt anything because obviously we're not making any progress, right? Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let's swap over. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we won't. Yeah, someone was using that character. That one on the left there. I have no idea what the character's name is. They were using that character. And they were the only person using a new character in Cat's game. Everyone else had to use the starter characters. Okay, hold on a second while we swap. Okay. I'm sure we're about to see a completely different experience, right? Of course. There's no way we could be let down on an Xbox console. This will work right out of the gates. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea how big it was. I wasn't paying any attention. So this is Xbox Series X. I mean, obviously I'd like to play it at all rather than not play it. Even if I play it on here and I can't sync my account and I can't unlock the characters and I really have to use the starter characters, that's better than not playing. Obviously. I would obviously like the game to eventually work fully eventually, but if this is the only way we can play, then that's fine, I guess. I was trying to play it on PS5 first because that's where I played previously Overwatch 1, and I assumed maybe I would unlock the characters, but it's not working anyway. Okay. Wow, it seems like PS4 is the only one working, huh? So my wife is the only person on the planet able to play. Wow, that's exciting. How can only PS4 be able to play? That's pretty funny. Sadly, my PS4 is not ready to be hooked up and used again. I'd have to clean it and readjust it. I'm not going to mess with that today. I'd rather just play it on the current gen console anyway. Cat does have... excuse me. Cat does have a gaming PC. Here's the problem. The gaming PC is over here, right across the hallway. And so her gaming PC runs off the same internet as everything in my office. We have a cord that runs, a big Ethernet cable runs across the hallway. That's fine for when I'm not streaming. When I'm streaming, doesn't work. So that's why she wanted to play from downstairs from her console. Fan of Lovecraft did a super chat, says there's nowhere in the menus to link your account. That's correct. You're supposed to link it via battle.net on a PC. Snorlax King just did a super chat, and he says the game is also on the Switch. Try there. Oh, yeah. That'll be smooth. No, John's incorrect. My wife has her Battle.net account linked to... There's a crow outside. She has her Battle.net account linked, and it actually says account merge in progress on the main menu of the game. But because it's in progress, she can't access the content. If it was done, she'd have access to all the content. My Battle.net account does not show that I ever played Overwatch. That's the problem. No, you can't share Battle.net accounts. Oh, now I'm only in a queue with 40,000 players here on Xbox Series X. How nice. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, we got some idiot claiming he hacked my Battle.net account when he did not. But he did not. Fucking idiot. Enjoy your ban. Okay. Hi. Yeah, what else are you going to do? We'll wait a little longer. If this doesn't move within like another 20 minutes, I guess we'll give up. Right? And then we'll take a brief break. I'll set everything up. And we'll play Evil Within. You know? Sorry, I really want to play this today. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It seems like... What's hilarious about this is that it's working on PS4. How? Right? How is it only working on PS4? Yes, I played the first Overwatch for about a year, I would say. I really enjoyed it for about 6 months. Then I took a break, but then as the new characters started to release, I would periodically go back and replay it from time to time to try out the new characters or new maps or modes. After about a year, I kind of got bored. If I remember, I did the first seasonal thing. And then year 2, the other seasonal stuff was releasing. And I was like, nah, and I didn't really do that much of it. And that was about it. Yes, my PlayStation and Xbox accounts are linked on Battle.net. The problem is that Battle.net was never required to play the original Overwatch on console. So there's no linking where it says, oh, you've already played Overwatch before. The only way you would really have that is if you played it on PC, which would be linked to your Battle.net account because you did need Battle.net to play it on that method. Yeah. Carliga says, Company of Heroes 3 is delayed till the 23rd of February. I don't even know what that is. What the hell's Company of Heroes 3? I never even heard of it. What is that game? I have no idea. A major RTS? That's probably why I never heard of it. I don't care about RTS games. That would make sense. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't work. It doesn't work on either PS5 or Xbox Series X. Look at this. I knew it. Yeah, I'm down for Q&A. If you guys want to tag me in the chat and I'll answer questions. If everyone contributes, I'll shout out, you know, your contribution as well. Yoshino Lover says, I think it's stupid you need another account to play a multiplayer game. Just saying. Yeah, they're overcomplicating it. Ciara, it seems like we're probably going to end up playing Evil Within. The villain says, I'm on PS4 and I'm having a hard time playing as well. Even he can't get in. No. Saw says, maybe you would have gotten it if you stayed in your original queue. Those queues were moving. Those queues are glitched. They're not working. Because Kat was in the same situation where we're saying it, and then she kept backing out and going in, backing out, going in, then eventually it worked. Yes, Fernando Lowcraft says, I had Overwatch 1 on my PS4. My account is fully merged. I don't have access. Yeah, he says he doesn't have access to all this shit. Not shocking. It's probably just not going to work. It's probably never going to... It's going to take, like, a week to actually merge and have everything working. This is just a joke. We are a major AAA company. One of the biggest game devs on the planet. How do you launch a game again? I forgot. We haven't done it in a while. Not sure. I totally forgot about something. I did. You ready, guys? Here's something interesting. Supposedly tonight, around 8 p.m. Pacific time, Capcom is supposed to send out the invites for the Street Fighter 6 beta, the closed beta. And remember, I registered for it. I doubt I'm getting it, because I'm like the black sheep of the gaming community, and they claim that it's true random select. That's what they're claiming, random selection. But I don't buy it. I get the feeling that even with random selection, they're going to screen it. And I guarantee that certain people will end up getting it over others. Like big people who are maybe getting paid to promote the game will likely get the beta regardless. While others will truly be in the random select. And even then, I almost feel like someone like me, who has been very critical of Street Fighter over the years, particularly Street Fighter 5, which I slammed so many times, they're likely going to be like, oh, why should we do him a favor, right? That's what I feel. You know, me just being truthful about Street Fighter 5 likely has blacklisted me from any kind of opportunities. I could be wrong. I would be insanely shocked, shocked, if I got an invite code to the Street Fighter 6 beta. I actually, I applied for the Xbox version, because I figured if you compare, you know, Street Fighter 5 was not even on Xbox, right? And since the vast majority of player base will likely still be on PlayStation, that's probably where the vast majority of people applied for. That's the bigger player pool, which makes it harder to get in. Excuse me. As opposed to applying on Xbox, this is just a new player base, right? That's what I'm thinking, but who knows? Again, I would be shockingly, jaw-droppingly surprised if I actually got into it. By the way, it starts in 3 days. I forget exactly. I think it starts this weekend. So here's the thing. If I do get in to the Street Fighter 6 beta, like no exaggeration, that's what I'm doing for several days. That is what I will be playing. Because I'm very excited, obviously, if I get into it. I want to try each character. I want to mess around with them and learn the new systems. This drive system seems very unique and interesting. It has different factors from various different Street Fighter games over the years, such as Street Fighter 3 and 4. So, my Rune says, ask the 8-Ball if I'll get a beta code. I don't know. I don't I don't want to ask this 8-Ball anything and jinx myself. As you guys know, I'm an incredibly superstitious person. And if the 8-Ball says I'm not getting a code, then it means I'm probably not getting one. It might ruin my chances. So maybe I should. Maybe I should just be apprehensive. Right? Yeah, this is not moving at all, as you can see. Profit, no. He says, don't you know any game devs who work at Capcom? Dude, not anymore. Are you crazy? There were points during Capcom's, you know, time when I did. Like, I used to know David Serlin. I used to know, and he worked for a company that was making ports of Street Fighter games. Seth Killian at one point was working for Capcom. Then he left to join Sony and do other things. I knew Combo Fiend from the competitive Street Fighter community. But he's not with them anymore. Like, literally, anyone who works for them anymore is, like, all new watch, new group. I don't know anyone there anymore, no. And even if I did, all right? Even if I did, they probably would still blacklist me. They'd be like, Oh, Darkside Phil. I know that guy. Fuck that asshole. Ban his ass. He's not getting it. That's probably what would happen. Do I think I will get into the evening stream if Overwatch 2 does not work within the next, like, 10, 15 minutes? No. Oh, wait! The queue went down to 30,000 players. Wow. Whoa. That means at this rate, I might get a match by the time my stream's over at 4 p.m. Yes. Carliga says the next Need for Speed game will be revealed on Thursday. When was the last one I played? What was it? What was it called? Anyone remember? That was the one I hated. Because I've played I've played Need for Speed games in the past and actually didn't mind them and sometimes even kind of liked them. But actually that last one was so pathetically bad that it turned me off from playing driving games for a while. And in fact, the only driving games I've really played since that one, if you remember, was the Forza Horizon series. That's it. I haven't played anything else in like the last 5+ years because that one was so terrible. It was Payback. Need for Speed Payback, I'm being told. Sad. Sad how bad it was. Will I play Guitar Hero 2 if I'm donated $100? No, I can't. You cannot play any kind of licensed music on any of these sites anymore. You can't. You'll get blocked. You'll actually get your stream taken down. It happened to me earlier this year. I was playing WWE 2K22, and there's a story mode that in that mode it has actual clips of real wrestling matches. YouTube auto matched it and turned my stream off. It'll do the same exact thing. Yeah. I've never played Gran Turismo before, so I have no opinion on it. You know, all I know is that Gran Turismo is more of a sim game. I don't like sim driving games. I like more arcadey ones. So, I'm not a car guy. I never have been. Jade, yeah, we're going to wait a few more minutes here. Since the queue did go down, I guess we'll wait. Like I said, we were already going to wait about another 10 minutes anyway. We'll see if it moves again within 10 minutes. If it goes down, maybe we'll wait it out. Maybe we won't. We'll see. It did move. I don't know if that means anything, but it did move. Do I remember the name of the guy I lost against at EVO? What are you talking about? Because there was only one EVO ever, and I only lost once at EVO. That's correct. Historically accurate. Okay. If you are going to ask me a question in the stream chat, please phrase it in the form of intelligent questioning. I'm sorry, it may take a few extra seconds and a few more brain cells, but please, if you could take just a little extra time, I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Not to roast this man. I didn't say his name, by the way, because I felt so bad. Okay. Teddy Holiday says, I was able to play an hour ago. I logged out to eat lunch. I'm stuck in queue. That was literally the worst mistake of your life. Why? Look at those teeth. You guys like this plant? Did I show this to you up close? I didn't, did I? I've got nothing else to do. It's a double piranha plant with monster teeth. And then we bought these roses and we wrapped them around it so it looks like a crazy killer plant. It's pretty sweet, huh? One of the better decorations I think I've had actually for Halloween. It's pretty neat. I like it. You thought it was a real plant? Jesus, if this was a real plant, run for the fucking hills. It has mouths like that on it. I don't want to be anywhere near that one. And then we've got the golden skull. And the golden skull looks okay on camera, but then it lights up. Which looks cool when it's up close. The problem is, if I put it into the background, it kind of looks like shit, see? It's too... My camera sucks. So, that's why I just leave it off. But it looks pretty neat, huh? Golden light-up skull. I like that. Aldi Corny says, I got 4 matches in. After the last match, I got booted to the queue, and now I can't join again. Here's another new addition. The Nevermore Raven. Quoth the Raven. Eat my shorts. Alright, that was the Bart Simpson version from the 90s, but you get the idea. Edgar Allan Poe action here for Halloween, right? Guys, stop asking me questions. I'm trying to show you my Halloween decorations. How dare you ask me questions? I'm very upset with you. People are tagging me. I can't answer these questions right now. I have to show you my Halloween decorations. What? Come on. All right, let's see what people are asking me. Hold on. Can I try Chivalry 2? No, I'm not interested in it. Are you more excited for God of War or Callisto Protocol? Honestly, I don't know. Like, God of War was so outstanding in 2018, you have to think it was going to be another Game of the Year contender this year. But I love horror. I love Dead Space. So, I can't choose. I already played Final Fantasy 2/4 for the internet. Twice? Once? I can't remember how many times. I definitely did it once on PC. And it was disappointing because the PC version ran like duty. So, it didn't look very good. I would like if they... if they re-released those pixel remasters for console, I would buy them and play them in a heartbeat. For some odd reason, they haven't. It just doesn't make any sense that they didn't do that. I don't know why they haven't released them for console. It doesn't make much sense at all. Did I have a main in Overwatch 1? You know, I don't really want to say I did, but over the years, it was about 1.5 years on and off that I played it. I would probably argue that the shirt I'm wearing, Winston, was probably the character I had the most fun playing. Yeah. Shattered Yokai says, I've been sitting in queue for 1.5 hours. No progress. Disappointed in Blizzard for this one. Would you like me to go check on my wife and see how she's doing again? See if she's still playing? I can tell you about the gameplay. Right? All right. Let me mute the mic. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm going to go check on her. Let's see how she's doing. So here's what's going on with Kat. All the new characters came out of the TV and started hanging out with her in the living room. It was pretty cool. No, it didn't happen. So basically, she can play. She's on PS4 Pro. She can play, but she can only play as like the initial Overwatch 1 characters, the starter characters, basically. That's all she can access. And when she's playing, literally, she's played 3 or 4 matches, and only one person even had a new character. Probably because, like you guys said, they bought the pass. And so she played like 3 or 4 matches, and she's bored to tears. She's like, it feels just like Overwatch 1, because it's the same maps. The new maps aren't unlocked for her. Like, she played a bunch of times and just kept getting the old maps. And she's like, this is the same game I played years ago. I don't want to keep playing this. She's like, I want the new content. But she, like, basically it's sitting there, and it's just saying account, in progress, or account merge in progress. So it's not unlocking anything. Yeah. So she basically played it for like 3 times and got incredibly bored. And she was like, I played the shit. She played that game like 10 times more than I ever played it. She played it heavily the first year, hardcore. She was trying to get her rankings up and everything. And then like year 2, she kept playing every time there was a new character. She would play it like crazy. And in fact, it was probably only about maybe 2.5 years ago that she finally gave up on it. I was like, I just don't want to play this anymore. It's too much of the same. So now imagine waiting 2.5 years to play the new one. You boot it up, and all you can play is the characters you used to play with, and it's the same game except it's 5v5 instead of 6v6. Same maps, So yeah, she basically like, I don't want to play this right now. She's like, I'm waiting to see if the account merges. She wants to try new characters. She's hoping the new maps. She's like, unless the account merges, she doesn't want to play it. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna give it like, no exaggeration, like 5 more minutes. And if nothing happens in 5 minutes, we're going to switch over to Evil Within, okay? I'm not going to waste, like I said, I'm not going to waste my whole stream. We'll give it 5 more minutes, and if nothing moves, nothing happens, nothing changes, I will literally just swap over and we'll start playing. I'll announce it to everyone. I'll have to change the stream's data. We'll get more people in here, hopefully, to watch Evil Within. We'll play it for maybe an hour. We'll take a break, and then we'll play it for another hour. Okay? Amazing. Not like I didn't see this coming or anything, right? Right? Like, I don't see the trends happening. Like, I haven't been around the block, and I don't know exactly what's going to go down with this shit, right? I didn't predict this at all. I didn't predict that if people bought The Last of Us 1 remake, that they were immediately going to start making 1 million Sony remakes, and they've already announced Horizon Zero Dawn remake. I didn't say, hey, every game fucks this up when they do this. Street Fighter 5 didn't do it right. The original World of Warcraft fucked things up. You know what I mean? Like, I always see these patterns, and I do my best. I really do. Just to promise that I'm not a prominent YouTuber anymore. I'm just not. I'm for a very niche audience of people who stick around to watch my shit. No one really comes to me for anything anymore. Like, what do you think? Or what's your opinion? Will this work? You know what I mean? So because of that, you know what I mean? Because of that, not much I can do about it. Anyway. Daily Dose, I like you're not a huge YouTuber. It's more personal and real. You're a Meshi says, I'm voting for a Proteus stream. We might do that. Again, what I like to do is we'll have to do some Evil Within now. We might try it again tonight and see if we can get in tonight on the late stream. And if that doesn't work, then I give up. Try it tomorrow. If that doesn't work, like how many times are you gonna try it? Right? It's pretty stupid. It's pretty dumb. No, tonight, if it doesn't work tonight, we'll do a completely different game. If it doesn't work tonight, we'll basically kind of go on Game Pass. And we'll pick a game off of there to play, for sure. Yeah. Battle.net works again. People were saying Battle.net was not working at all. So I was just curious. I wanted to check it. I wanted to see if Battle.net was working at all. It loaded for me. Shockingly enough. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. The main page linked. But no, it worked. Nope. Server error. I was like, oh, it seems to be working. And then right in the middle of me doing it, server error. Nice. Yeah. So you basically even Battle.net is kind of broken. Like you can log into it, but if you try to like click around and do anything, you just keep getting repeated server errors. Look at this. Server error, server error, server error. The whole thing's fucked. They're idiots. Man, these guys are so dumb. How can you even regard like Activision Blizzard as a top game dev anymore? I mean, I'm being honest. I'm asking you an honest question now. You know the term, how the mighty have fallen? I mean, there was a time, I would argue, they were at the tippity top of game development. The 90s and the 2000s, right? The 90s and the 2000s, they were humongous, right? In the 90s, you had the original Warcraft games. You had Diablo. And then the 2000s, they extrapolated and expanded upon that with World of Warcraft, right? And then even I would say in the early 2010s, you know, StarCraft 2, Diablo 3. And then they kind of started to fall off. And then Overwatch came out, and that shocked a lot of people because they were like, whoa, they went into the realm of FPS. Like, who would have expected they would have started doing FPS development, right? So a lot of people were like, whoa, that's kind of weird. You know? But at this point, like, can you tell me a single... Oh! We'll try one more time. It said 300 players, then went to 0. Watch it now, say 40,000 again, right? Anyway. Can you tell me something they've done since Overwatch that's notable and was, like, you know, respectable? You know what I'm saying? Like, Overwatch was probably the last thing. They tried re-releasing, what was it, the Warcraft 3 remake? That flopped. Diablo Immortal, that everyone criticized as a piece of dog shit. Microtransaction game. It really feels like they lost their way in a lot of ways as a game developer. And it would be pretty hard for me to even try to find a way to defend them. You know what I mean? At this point, with all the shit that they fucked up so bad in the last 6 years. So, I don't know, man. Alright, this is the last attempt. If this doesn't do anything, we're out of here, okay? Let's see how this results in anything. Lekmix says, I feel Capcom made a turnaround. They're super solid the last couple of years. I hope Blizzard can do the same thing. Well, in regards to Resident Evil, that is one of the best turnaround stories I think we've ever seen. They went from making Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2, which everyone hated, to making Resident Evil 7 and 8, and then Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, which everyone pretty much loved. And now Resident Evil is back in a giant way, right? It's a dynamo again of survival horror. Street Fighter started off absolutely terrible, right? Absolutely one of the worst game launches of all time. Street Fighter 5 I'm talking about. Over the years it recovered. Problem is, for those who like competitive games, you know, they very, very rightly criticized it, saying it wasn't a very good competitive game, but they basically kept their mouth shut because they wanted a prominent Capcom fighting game to be played by the masses, and if they were truthful about their thoughts, yeah, this is done. This is insane. If they were truthful about their thoughts, then very well Capcom fighting games might have just ended. Because if they didn't have one that anyone was going to play or pay for, you know, that could have been it. So they kind of put up with, seriously, like, insane amount of bullshit season passes of terrible characters and shit just for them to make money and keep it rolling. Street Fighter 6, to me, everything about Street Fighter 6 looks good. I'm just being honest. I mean, it could be a shit game when it comes out. You won't know till you actually have the final game in your hands and you play it, but it looks like they're going in the right direction. So, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens in regards to Street Fighter 6 beta. Perhaps I will get it and I'll play it this weekend. Perhaps not. All right, I think we're done. I gave it an hour. I literally gave it like a half an hour on my pre-stream, and I gave it an hour of stream time. I am not going to make another Street Fighter 5 mistake. I refuse. So, I gave it the good old college try. I hope you guys understand why I'm not playing this right now. I want to. It doesn't work. Blizzard is inept as a game developer in 2022. They just are. I predicted this. I'm sure others did. It's a joke. I hope they get their act together. All I can say is we will attempt this again tonight on the late stream. We'll see what happens. But for now, you know, we're locked out. And there's nothing I can do. All right, guys? So, thank you for watching for this hour. Thanks to those who watched on demand on YouTube and enjoyed the hour of waiting. What an exciting video, right? As we had some conversation. I guess there was something productive that came out of it. But, all right, I guess we're going to switch over. Okay. So we are going to switch over. But I have to switch over all the data of my stream to begin with. Let me do that right now. So, Overwatch to bust. It's the evil within. There you go. Piece of shit. Let's change that. Let's change this. What a joke. What a joke by a bunch of jokers. I'm changing everything. I'm changing the stream art. I'm literally changing everything about the stream. Overwatch 2 bust. It's the evil within. For some reason, the H is capitalized. I don't know if that's my finger screwing up or if that's my keyboard, but I'll fix that. Okay, so now I need to retweet everything out, post everything up so everyone knows we're going to do Evil Within. We're going to play right now for about 1 hour of Evil Within. Okay? Then we'll go on a break. And then we'll come back and we'll do more. Okay? So let me let everyone know what's going on. There we go. So, Overwatch 2 does not work. Big surprise there. We are now swapping to the Evil Within. Within. For the rest of the stream, please swing by. Enjoy the horror and support if you can, as admittedly, this botch hasn't exactly worked out well. Thanks. What a joke. What a botch. It's exactly what I would call it. A botch. A botch job. Okay. So everything should now be updated. Undoubtedly, what's about to happen is the viewership is going to dip, right? The viewership's going to go, boo! And nothing I can do with that. Sorry. Obviously, I wish that we could have played what I wanted to play. That's Blizzard's fault. They don't know what they're doing anymore as a game dev. They suck. Right? And I can't make them make good games. All I can do is play the games they put out. And this one doesn't work. Give me 1 second because I want to pee. And then we're going to start. Okay, I'll be right back.